Richard Blair Modzelewski was born on February 16, 1931 and died on October 19, 2018. He was an American football defensive tackle in the National Football League for the Washington Redskins, Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Giants, and the Cleveland Browns. He also served as interim head coach of the Browns in the final game of the 1977 season. Modzelewski was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1993. Growing up in West Natrona, Pennsylvania as one of 6 children, Modzelewski was a 3-sport athlete at Harbrack High School, now Highlands High School. Modzelewski joined his brother, Ed, and played college football at the University of Maryland. Just as he was set to begin his sophomore season, Modzelewski moved into the starting lineup after an injury to the Terrapins' rake rouse. He would keep that status for the next 3 years, winning All-American honors as both a junior and senior, while also capturing the 1952 Outland Trophy. In a 1951 game against the University of North Carolina, Modzelewski paced a defense with 12 solo tackles, while the team held the Tar Heels to just 40 yards of offense. At the end of that season, Maryland was ranked 3rd in the country and knocked off the top-ranked University of Tennessee Volunteers in the Sugar Bowl. The Washington Redskins took notice of Modzelewski's accomplishments and drafted him in the 2nd round of the 1953 NFL Draft, signing him on April 10. In his 2 years with the team, Modzelewski showed promise as a rookie, then began having conflicts with Redskins coach Joe Kiharaj in 1954. As a result, Modzelewski signed with the Calgary Stampeders of the Canadian Football League, ready to play for former Maryland assistant coach Jack Hanmere. However, after the Redskins filed an injunction to stop the deal, the Stampeders signed an agreement to tear up the contract. With Modzelewski unhappy, the Redskins traded him to the Pittsburgh Steelers on March 1, 1955, once again reuniting him with brother Ed, a fullback on the team. The brothers would not play together though, as Ed was traded to the Cleveland Browns as a replacement for retiring Hall of Famer Marion Motley, with whom he won the NFL championship. Dick was once again traded, this time twice in a 4-day span. On April 24, 1956, he was traded to the Detroit Lions, then was dealt 3 days later to the New York Giants. In an ironic twist, the player the Lions received was Krause, whose 1950 injury at Maryland had led to Modzelewski's development. Over the next 8 seasons, the Giants played for the NFL championship 6 times, but their only victory came during Modzelewski's first season in 1956. Among a colorful group of defenders, Modzelewski's low-key approach often saw him remain in the shadow of these players, but his presence helped the team remain a perennial title contender. After first being dismissed with the entire staff one day after the end of the 1979 season, Modzelewski was rehired by Greg, who had been selected as the Bengals' new head coach. The team struggled to a 6-10 season in 1980, but then put together a memorable year in 1981, ending with the franchise's first-ever trip to the Super Bowl. Despite a 26-21 defeat to the San Francisco 49ers in Super Bowl XVI, the Bengals returned to the postseason the following year, but lost in the first round of the expanded playoff system. After a disappointing 1983 season, Greg left to take over his dream job, head coach of the Green Bay Packers, then brought Modzelewski with him to again serve as defensive line coach. Modzelewski eventually served as the team's defensive coordinator, but after 4 frustrating years, Greg resigned and Modzelewski landed with the Lions in 1988 as the defensive line tutor. He spent 2 years in that role until announcing his retirement. He died at 87-year-old.